A very good morning to one and all present. Myself, Sidharth Ravindran, and my short topic is hardening. Let's go up with the definition first. Hardening is a metallurgical metalworking process used to increase the hardness of a metal. Metallurgical is a branch of science which is concerned with all the properties of a metals. A harder material will have a higher resistance to plastic deformation. Hardness of metal is directly proportional to the unaxial yield stress at the location of or at the imposed strain. What is heat treatment? Heat treatment is a group of industrial, thermal, and metalworking processes used to alter the physical or sometimes chemical properties of a metal. Heat treatment is a process in which thermal activities is imposed. Thermal means heat. Heat process is imposed, due to which it alters or changes all the physical and chemical properties of a material. Heat treatment technique includes that are the types of heat treatment: annealing, carburizing, case hardening, nitriding, differential hardening, tempering, quenching, and induction hardening. Let's learn up individual. Annealing is a heat treatment that alters physical and sometimes chemical properties of a material to increase its ductility and reduce its hardness, making it more workable. Case hardening. Case hardening or surface hardening is the process of hardening the surface of a metal object while allowing the metal deeper underneath to remain soft, thus forming a thin layer harder metal at the surface. The best example can be said is screw. A screw, the outer layer of the screw is much harder than the inner surface. Tempering. Tempering is a heat treatment process used to increase toughness of the iron-based alloys. Used to reduce the hardness and is done by heating the metal up to some temperature below the critical point and then cooling in still air. Tempering is mostly used for the iron-based alloy, that is steel or any other materials, and it is heated up to a certain temperature. That means the critical temperature at which it can be deformed or can be melt, and then cool in a still air. Still air is refers to the room temperature. Quenching. Here the material is heated up to the suitable temperature and then cooled rapidly by immersing the hot part in water, oil, or any other suitable liquid to transform the material to fully hardened structure. The example is pickaxe. The axe which is used, it is already quenched. Quenching is always used to make the properties of a metal a little bit harder. Carburizing. Carburizing is a heat treatment process in which iron or steel absorbs the carbon while the metal is heated in the presence of carbon bearing materials such as carbon monoxide or charcoal. As you can see in this diagram, there are two imposed layers in which one layer consists of activated charcoal and second consists of carbon monoxide, in which in the center of these two layers our work is being located. Nitriding. Nitriding is a heat treating process that diffuses nitrogen into the surface of a metal to create a case hardened surface. It is as similar as case hardening. Only the difference is here the nitrogen gas is diffused to the surface of a material to increase or changes or alter its property. Differential heat treatment. Differential heat treatment is a technique used during the heat treating to steel to harden or soften certain areas of an object, creating a difference in hardness between areas. The best example can be known as knife. Induction hardening. Induction hardening is a type of surface hardening in which a metal part is induction heated and then quenched. Here, a certain or a specific part of a metalwork is heated and then quenched to increase the toughness, brittleness, and hardness. Let's move up to the advantages. Dimensional stability, contamination problems are minimized, improved strength, increased wear resistance, better interchangeability. Disadvantages: greater forces are required, will be somewhat less ductile after the treatment, Metal surfaces must be clean and scale free. This point is added because after the heat treatment process, after we take up from the furnace, some of the scales or scratches are being seen due to some of the clashes or crashes between two or more parts. Undesirable stress can be provided or sorry produced. Thank you.